Welcome back, everybody. We are moving on to Wily Castle Stage 2. And this one is where the actual ingenuity of Eric Ruth for the castle stages comes into effect here. I mean, already I'm liking the vibe of this level, coloring it and all. Use the Repo Claw to get that one. Now he introduces a very cool stage gimmick here, which sadly is never revisited again. And that's these little wheels. As long as you're on them, your play control is reversed between left and right. So to move right, I have to press left, and vice versa. So it's kind of a little trick on the player's mind how he should move in this level as long as he's on these little drums. And it makes sense. So yeah, this is a cool stage gimmick, and unfortunately it's not used more. And what's even worse is that it's not used beyond this point in terms of, you know, being creative with the idea. I mean, after this section, it's pretty much abandoned up until the boss. I mean, I would probably want to, you know, make these on multiple ledges, you know, like you ride it off into the abyss and you jump at the last moment to the next platform, you know, those types of obstacles. It doesn't even do that. It's just these long, flat corridors with no height variation whatsoever, so it's pretty easy to get through this section. In fact, most of this stage is easy. There's a couple tricky spots, though, that managed to trip me up. And certain situations like that, yeah, you need the door stopper for that. Because you just can't get around those little, I don't know what you call those things, gabioles? The new things that crawl along the ground. The one impression I got... Oh wait, this section. This section... If for the poor play control, it's actually very bad to get through. The jumps are almost too far to make it, but I made it pretty good there. So yeah, some players may have trouble getting across that segment, those 3 platforms up that shaft, just because the poor hit detection on platforms. But as I was saying, when my first impression of the Wily stages, when I first played this game, when I finally got to them, they are significantly easier than the 8 Robot Master stages. I don't know if that was intentional, or if Eric Ruth accidentally made these stages easier. But I'll say one thing, I was grateful, because after 8 Robot Master stages with some bad ones, like Hitman and Repairman and Repo Man, stuff like that, I was glad to have Wily stages which were easier than the main portion of the game, so you could get through them in one shot without any prior knowledge of what they would contain. And these little sections here, though, are kind of hair-raising, where you have to jump over instant death spikes. But as long as you're careful about it, this whole level is more or less easy to get through. Now, this boss is very interesting in that it's the only boss in the entire game that is weak to the repair beam, but not in the way you would think. See the little cannon to the right, aimed right at the level of Wily there? Yeah, look at that. You gotta shoot the hole in the wall with the repair beam, which launches a laser blast which hits his vehicle. And that's really his weakness. Otherwise, you're gonna have to jump really high to hit his machine, and that can be really dicey on this, you know, barrel that you're going back and forth here on. Sometimes you might forget which direction you need to be pressing to continue moving, and you'll fall right off the barrel. So, tricky that. But we're down, we're going to the next level of Wily, one of my more favorite ones. This stage did manage to trip me up quite a few times during practice runs, but during the actual recording, it only got me twice. So, yeah, and there you have it. Not too bad.